Hey there, top teacher. This is a Google Slides walkthrough of the Digital Personal Planner. Now, in this walkthrough, we're going to talk about how you're going to be able to download and access your new personal planner, walk through how to navigate with the links, and then we're going to talk about how you can customize it, including all of the new templates that are featured within this personal planner. So when you first purchase your Google Slides personal planner, you're going to be greeted with this PDF. So you're going to open the PDF itself. I've opened it right here within Google Drive, but you might end up opening it with some other format, such as Adobe, onto your laptop if you've downloaded it. And so once you've opened it up, you do not need to have it in Google Drive, although we do recommend that you place the guide itself in your Google Drive account so that way you can access it for future uses for when you're wanting to create brand new planners for the new year. So make sure that you keep this guide because it is very important in order to make brand new copies of the planner itself every year. Because it is a lifetime planner, that's going to come in huge use. Now, when we mention lifetime planner, it means that it does not include dates on the monthly calendars themselves. So that is something that you will have to include and be able to add to it, but it's a one-time purchase, and so you can utilize the link to create new copies every single year. So as I mentioned, once you have the PDF downloaded and you've opened it up, this is the first page that you're going to be greeted with. And it's a huge thank you for purchasing that personal planner. When you go down into the second page itself, it's going to give you the planner tutorial video, which is what you are currently watching right now. And then the third page, which is probably the most important page, is going to be your directions for the download. So we give you the directions for downloading right here on the right-hand side, and we're going to go through that in just a moment. We do request that when you download, do not ask to edit the original files. All of those requests will be ignored. We are not handing out the original. We are giving you a template to be able to use. From there, you're going to have editing text, and you're going to be able to find additional support within Google Slides. So if you're having some of those difficulties, we do offer a link, so you can click that here for how you can edit text within your Google Slides planner. We also give you additional support with links. So we give you a link for if you're having questions about links and bookmarks and how to utilize those, you can go through some of these features right here. And then on the next page, we offer information about our monthly bundle digital stickers. Now, these are themed stickers for every single month. And so they come with various things, such as just stickers to be able to decorate for the month. It also has checklists. It has little tags for you to be able to add important information if you needed to. And these are just really fun and they like to snazz up your planner. This is definitely something you would enjoy. Now, it does come in a bundle, so you can purchase all 12 months all together, or you can purchase them individually if that is what you would like to do. So we offer both of those here within our store. You can also shop all of our other digital planners as well. We offer templates. We offer for lesson planning and unit planning. We offer a fitness planner. We offer a teacher planner and so many other items as well. So you can shop our store just by clicking on the link and scrolling through all of the wonderful options that we have. Okay, the last page is going to be the terms of use, and so we do ask that you do not share the download with anyone else. This is a one-time purchase, and so since you have purchased it, it is a single use only. We do ask that you do not copy or edit or resell any of our planner features because it is protected under the Digital Millennium Copyright Act. All right, so now that we've gotten all that business taken care of, we can come up here and we are going to look at the digital planner itself. So how do we gain access to that digital planner? Well, we give you the directions over here on the right-hand side. As I mentioned, you will want to have internet access and also a Google account. Now, one thing to keep in mind, and I'm going to open up a brand new tab, is that up here, you're going to notice that I have a B, an orange B for my Google Chrome. And then I also am logged in under that same B for my Google Drive account. You want to make sure that both of these are matched. And that is going to indicate that when we go to create our copy, it is then going to place that copy inside of your personal Google account. Now, if you are having trouble with getting your planner to go to a very specific Google account, we do ask that you sign out of both of them and then sign into the account that you are wanting your Google Planner to go to. And then from there, once it's already added to that Google account, you can sign into everything else. And that typically will help to resolve some of the issues that you might be having. Once you've downloaded it, you will want to rename that file. And then that way you can use the planner how you see fit, and you're going to be able to search it. So you're going to click on the button and then use template in order to create an editable copy into your own Google Drive. If you do not see make a copy button, you may need to reach out to your district's technology department if you're using your Google account for your school, or switch accounts if you're having some of those issues. So right here where the yellow says, it says Google Slides Digital Personal Planner, and this is where you're going to create your own editable copy. So I'm going to hit click here. From there, I'm going to hit use template. And we're going to give it a minute because it's creating that template for me. All right, so now that it's created the template for me, I'm now able to go through and rename it. So typically I will just put Spackman but above any of my planner. And all you have to do is just click onto it to be able to add a name. You can delete all of the rest of the file name if you'd like. You don't have to have any of this. So I might just say Spackman Personal Planner, and that's going to make it pretty searchable for me. So this is the cover for your digital personal planner itself. You're going to see that there's a lot of similarities when it comes to the teacher planner, and we did that on purpose because we wanted it to be easy to use and to transfer from one planner to the other. And so there's going to be a lot of similarities to it, but you're going to have so many more features within the personal planner than you would for the teacher planner. So you can navigate just by utilizing the left bar here where it has all of your thumbnails. So I'm going to click on the second page, and you're going to see that the home reference page, which is what this page is called, we have it titled home reference page, is going to have lots of different categories, which kind of go across in the black here. You're also going to see that in the top right, you're going to have some quick links. Now, these quick links are going to be featured on every single page. And these are just going to be pages that you might reference very, very often. And so we wanted to give you that ease of use by having these icons featured at the very top. On the right-hand side, you're going to see that we have all of our months. You can easily navigate those. And so again, each one of these is going to be featured within the planner. Now, notice that when you click on it here, it's going to tell you slide 6. And so this is your method for being able to navigate. You do not have to go into the slide view. Now, what I mean by that is if I hit slideshow and I give it a second to be able to load, now I'm in slideshow so I can see it all, but I don't have access to be able to do any of the editing. But what I do have access to is being able to quickly click on a link and it automatically takes me there. Now that's nice, but sometimes I don't want to have to keep going in and out of that slideshow view. And so it's whatever is a personal preference for you. So now if I want to go back to my home slide, I'm just going to click on the button and it's automatically going to take me there once I click on that slide that it is featuring. So what I mean by that is if we look at the personal files here, let's say I want to go to Movie Tracker. If I click on Movie Tracker, this little pop-up is going to come up and it's going to say slide 14. I can quickly click on slide 14 and it automatically takes me there without removing any of the features up here for how I'm going to plan on editing. So your home is going to be your reference page. So this is a quick way for you to be able to get to that reference page. You also will notice that you have access to our Teaching on the Double website here, so you can quickly access the website. And then that's also going to give you access to all of our podcast episodes, including our store as well. So the little person here is going to be your planning stickers. So it just has a spot for you to be able to put all your stickers. We do recommend that when you go to place your stickers down, which are just PNG files, that you go ahead and resize it into the size that you want, because that's going to make it very easy for you to be able to create a copy and then just paste it onto the page that you're needing. The little apple here is going to be your appointments. So it's going to have a spot for you to be able to keep track of your insurance, your healthcare providers, and then also any of the appointments that you need to be attending throughout the year. This little pocketbook is your finance overview. So it's going to have all of the months here with your income, bills, expenses, savings, debt, and so on and so forth. So that way it's a nice quick overview of all of the financial records that you're wanting to keep track of. The airplane is going to be places to visit. You can create little pins and be able to track those there by easily looking up any of those like PNG files. So one of the things that you could do here is say insert image. Let's search the web really quick. I'm going to do pushpin PNG. That PNG is basically just going to help to make sure it doesn't have any background. So that way you can still see. And I'm going to insert that one here. Oh, that one did not work. So let's go back, insert image, search the web, and let's see if I can do this one. Will it have a background? So now I can resize it. If you're wanting to keep track, United States might be one. You can zoom in, obviously, by going to your zoom feature here, and then that's going to give you access to be able to see your map a little bit closer. You hit the select for that piece. You can say, I want to go to Morocco, and then you can place your pin there. Go back and you can hit the fit menu and then it'll just kind of place it to size. So that's a really fun feature to be able to keep track of. You have the checklist here, so it's a project tracker. You can have your check marks that you can just kind of keep here, and it already has a table for you, so you can start editing each of the different areas within the project tracker itself. So this is a really nice feature to be able to have as far as just going through and looking at what are the projects that you're holding for the entire year. The next one is going to be important information. Now we kept these blank for you, and then that way you would be able to track whatever it is that you might want to track in these different sections. But you have the text box ready to go to where you can start typing in them, and then you can type inside of your boxes as well. This is going to be your yearly planning, which looks like a little calendar icon. And so the yearly planning is really just kind of what is your focus for the year ahead. And so it'll have your focus, priority, goals, projects, important dates, and so on and so forth. And then this is very similar to our teacher planner, where you have all of these various colors, and these are just kind of extra slides and bookmarks, and you can make these into whatever it is that you would like to utilize them for. So people will add some different information. You might want to keep a journal inside of here, and you can add pages to it as well. So all of that's featured right here in that planner. So let's go back to the home button. And we're going to walk through each of the different sections. So we have personal section here. You have finances, productivity, planning, which also has quick access links for your monthly planning, monthly calendars, weekly pages, and then the monthly reviews. And I'll show you what that looks like in just a moment. You have wellness, travel, and then additional notes as well. So I mentioned earlier that if you wanted to utilize your colors as new sections of your planner, that you could have maybe a journal. If you wanted to have some lined paper, you could come here. And then once you're here on the left-hand side where your thumbnails are, you will want to click on it. You can hit Command C to copy. And then that's if you're on a Mac, and I think it's Control C if you're on a PC, but I do apologize if that's incorrect. And then you can go back to the slide. So let's say my pink wants to be my journal, and then I'm going to just make sure I click, and then I can hit Command V, and then that page will be duplicated right underneath it. You can always move it around if that is what you like to do. Just remember that there will not be links to these specific pages inside of the planner itself, but you can move these around fairly easily on the left-hand side. All right, let's go back to the reference page. So that's going to be the feature of here's kind of all of the different templates that we're providing for you inside of the planner. Now we're just going to walk through what each of these might look like. So again, you have a spot for your planning stickers, so you can add some of those stickers here. So if I wanted to go back, and I'm going to use my plain one as my example, if I already have this one resized, I'm going to hit my Command C just to copy, or you can also left click, hit copy. We're going to go back to our sticker slide, and then I'm going to paste that. Now I have this sticker that I can very easily just copy and place it wherever I'd like to place it inside of the planner itself. You have a vision board that you can create here. Now the vision board is such a wonderful way for you to be able to add intention with your year. So you can add images that inspire you from either Pinterest or different areas that you've found. You can add quotes, and all of that can be done just by going through the web. You can search GIFs, you can go, or GIFs, whatever you choose to use there. You can upload things from the computer and so on and so forth. You can even type out your own quotes if that is what you would like to do. Your goals review really goes into what are the specific goals that you have in various areas of your life. So if you have some personal goals, like one of the personal goals that I have for myself is to spend at least 2 nights a week with uninterrupted family time. So you can add all of your different goals here, so that way you can come back and track them and then be able to utilize them within your monthly planners as well. So if you also have specific like monthly goals, you can add those in here as well. The goal planner is really just going to go into more depth with what are the goals and what's the action steps that you're going to be taking. So let's say I wanted to have, spend 2 nights uninterrupted family time. I'm going to add that here. So actually, I'm just going to go make a copy. And then we're going to add it here. And now I can add in more information. So I wanted to start this January 1st. Target in December 31st. And then there is no really date achieved. So I'm just going to hit NA because I want to keep this going all year long. So I can add my why, give my inspiration. And this might be, various things that I might want to do with my family during those uninterrupted nights. We like games, so adding some maybe like personal games that we might like to do, put into like movie ideas that we might want to do, activities that we might want to do. All of those would be there. If I wanted to do my action steps, I would say schedule each night in my calendar. If you don't want to have it centered, all you have to do is come up here. you can come to the alignment and hit left line. That way it's the way that you would like for it to look within your own planner. So again, you can add all of that information within that section. We have account information, which houses all of your passwords, usernames, contact information for specific contacts that you might want to have. I don't like to keep businesses inside of mine, but sometimes it's really nice to be able to very quickly go through and find those contact names without having to search the web and make sure that it's the one that I need. Birthday tracker, you have a home tracker, so you can put some general information, service contracts that you might be utilizing, various maintenance that you might have to keep up with, and then any warranty information that you want to track as well. We have the cleaning planner, so keeping track of cleaning all of the needs. One thing that we as a family have really been looking at is cleaning the dishwasher and then also cleaning our washer more regularly. So those would definitely be items that we would add inside of those, because it's not something that you think of every single day, but it's also very important that you're taking the time to do that. You have bucket lists that you can keep track of here, book trackers, and you also have an area for ratings. And if you read more than this, kudos to you, first of all, but then you can also just duplicate it and then have a second page so that way you can keep track of more of them. Movie tracker is the same way. You can duplicate the page. That way you have more if you need more. A show tracker. And then you have favorite quotes. So you can add a little section here from who's the source that it's coming from, and then add your quote up here. We have a daily journal for this. So every day, if you wanted to journal down some things, gives you a spot for the month. And so for this one here, if you wanted to track these, you would just use your paint button and then you can fill it in so that you know what day you're tracking it for. So today is a very, very sunny day for us, which is great. My mood is probably around here. And then you can, if you wanted to, be able to see behind it. When you go to your little tracker here, you can use your coloring and you can just move down the opacity of it, and that's going to allow you to be able to see the background a little bit easier. So you can add all of your notes, your different priorities, and just keep track of it. So this would be a great page to utilize behind one of your color pieces here, but then this would house your original template. You have appointments, a mood tracker that you can keep maintain. So for this one, you would essentially just use the little bucket to add your colorings for each one. So let's say happy for me is going to be yellow. Average is going to be, let's do orange. Did I do orange? Orange. Annoyed is going to be red. And so on and so forth. So you can pick out your colors, but then once you come here, if you hit on that little triangle there, it's going to shade it in for you. And then that way you can go in and fill in the color and you can keep track of your mood as you go along every single day. Same thing with the workout tracker. You can add some of the different workouts that you have here. So you can add those and then provide colors so that way you can keep track of it. You have meal ideas. You can have a meal planner for the month, so you can duplicate this and utilize it every single month. And again, it does not have a date, but you can add a date here. So if it is the 3rd, you can add that date very easily. We have the weekly meal planner, the grocery shopping list, again, just by adding cheese, milk, so on and so forth, and it'll automatically create your bullets. And so you can give it different categories, like if you wanted to do dairy in one section, if you wanted to have meats in another section, and you can keep track of that. We do give you a master grocery list that if you just need something to be able to look at and kind of check off, this is a great way to be able to do that. So that is going to be a nice, helpful reference page if needed. Again, the financial overviews here, you have account information, a bill tracker to be able to keep track of for when it's due, expense tracker. So again, you can provide every single category by naming those categories and then typing in for the date description and the amount of it. You have the order tracker if you are ordering different items. This would be especially nice for any big ticket items that you really want to keep track of. Savings tracker, debt payment, subscription tracker, and then the no spend challenge. So if you are wanting to do a no spend challenge, some people do no spend February because it's a little bit shorter than all the other months. You can definitely track it here using this template. We have wish list and gift ideas, monthly budgets for each of the different months. So those are already pre-made for you and they're changing the months up here. Places to visit, your trip planner. So it gives you some different options for how are you planning so that you can be the most cost effective when it comes to your trips. The overview for your trip, your daily itinerary as well, if you are a planner in that sense. A trip budget and expenses. Outfit planner. And then again, you have all the little dates up here that you can very easily just add in your bucket. And then that way you can track them for what you're going to wear on specific dates. You have your packing list, your pre-departure checklist, your project tracker, project planner, Pomodoro tracker. So this is a really interesting method that we've talked about quite often on the podcast, where you would work for 25 minutes and then give yourself a 5-minute break. And then you could always increase that time. Let's say you want to work for 40 minutes and then give yourself like a 5 to 10 minute break. But it's like, when is your start time? When is your stop time? And then what task are you going to be working on? And then how long are you going to have your break for? And what do you want to be doing during that time? You have your task tracker, your priority matrix. Habit trackers are in here as well. You have your 7-day challenge if you want to have any forms of challenges that you want to do, 30-day challenge, and then a 100-day challenge. You can create your own weekly schedule here. So for these, we have these to where you can type inside of them. And then that way you're able to write. You can also shade them. So let's say you want this to be grayed out. You can definitely gray that out as well. So lots of great features. Master to-do lists, to-do list, routine planners. So if you want to set up a routine or an ideal routine, these are always really nice to have. So that way you're coming back and you're referencing it, especially if you're doing something on a weekly basis or monthly basis. It's nice to be able to reference those. So you have more routine checklists here that you can personalize it a little bit better. Checklists, important information, meeting notes that you might have. Cornell notes, which is a great form of note-taking, brain dumps that you could be doing, and then you have the various types of paper. We have our yearly planning, the yearly reflection, which is incredibly important to stop and take some time and really look at the highlights, the challenges, the accomplishments, the gratitudes, so that way you can be very appreciative of the work that you've done. So we'd give you first quarter planning, and we do that for all 4 quarters. And then we give you monthly planning as well. So when you get into the monthly planning, you're going to see that this is your monthly planning page here. It's going to show you at the top that you're at the planning page, but you can create a focus for the month of January, list out your priorities, and so on and so forth. When you get into this part, this is your monthly calendar. So depending on, you would have to set these up at the very beginning of the month to create your calendar itself, but then you could add various information if you would like to add information into each of the various months here. You have a spot for notes and then some additional sections if you would like to put information there. You can keep track of the number of weeks, and then each of these is linked. So if this is week 1, it will automatically take you to week 1 just by clicking on that slide. So then the weekly plan, the weekly pages, now you are in the week 1. You can go easily to week 2, so on and so forth, week 3, but you also have to add the dates for these as well. At the end of each of your weeks is the review pages, and the review is a summary of how the month of January went. You can give ratings for various areas of the life that you really wanted to focus on, like was it personal, wellness, finances? How did you perform in those specific areas? You can write your best memory. You can add pictures to it. You can do challenges that you did or encountered, things that you wanted to improve, gratitude that you had from the month, highlights, and so on and so forth. So this occurs for every single month within the calendar year. So again, I can come down here, click. It's going to take me to the month of December, and then it's going to allow me to navigate to each of the different areas. And then I can hit review, and you're going to notice that it's also blacked out on this side to show that I'm in the month of December. And then finally, you end your planner with the various color pages that you have. All right, so that is the personal planner. Hopefully you found this tutorial incredibly useful and you've gotten some inspiration in seeing if this is the planner that's best suited for you or how to utilize the planner a little bit better. If you have additional questions, feel free to reach out to us at teachingonthedouble@gmail.com, and we will be more than happy to help answer some of those questions for you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and happy planning.